Now at 5 o'clock, the U.S. Supreme Court is hearing a case on gun control for the first time in more than a decade. The case could impact who is allowed to carry guns on city streets. The case centers around a New York law which requires applicants for a concealed carry license to show a special need in order to be approved. CBS 4's Skyler has more details from Washington.
The Supreme Court justices seemed inclined to rule against the New York law, which says self-defense isn't enough to receive a concealed carry permit. People need to prove a special need to be permitted.
Why isn't it good enough to say I live in a violent area and I want to be able to defend myself?
How is that consistent with the core right to self-defense, which is protected by the Second Amendment?
The justices also questioned New York's practice of giving more licenses in rural areas compared to city centers like Manhattan.
Well, how many muggings take place in the forest?
I take your point that there is a different risk in the city, but there is also a different public safety consideration.
The liberal justices seem okay with restricting guns in densely populated areas.
Is it supposed to say you can carry a concealed gun around the streets of the town or outside just for fun? I mean, they are dangerous guns.
It's supposed to be what New York says that they give to lots of applicants, at least in other counties, which is an unrestricted license.
The justices don't appear ready to allow guns just anywhere, even if they rule the New York law is unconstitutional.
If you concede, as I think the historical record requires you to, that states did outlaw guns in sensitive places, can't we just say Times Square on New Year's Eve is a sensitive place?
The attorney for the men challenging the law says he's not challenging the ability to prohibit guns in special places such as churches or schools. Skyler, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
A decision on the case is expected to be handed down sometime next spring or early summer.